Hey friends, it's Beck with Beautiful Mess Plans, and I'm here to film my August setup. You're gonna hear noise in the background. My kids are playing Wii still from Tuesday. Crazy, they've been playing for days. Anyway, I am here to film my August setup, and I am using, as per usual, Cocoa Daisy. And I have the August kit right here. Here's my bag with some of the stuff in it. I love their little menu things, but to be perfectly honest, I don't feel like these are big enough for me and my family. But I'm keeping them because maybe one day, especially when it's just me and my husband and we have less need of things, it will serve us well. But I mean, that's still, just for the record, a really long way off. But let's pull out the washi tape and we'll start there. Okay. So it is, what is this? I think this was called like Flutterby or something. And it's super cute. I'm not a huge butterfly person. I like them and I feel no feelings about them whatsoever, but no, it's a cute kit. We'll see how well I like it by the end of the month. And I do think though, this has been one of my favorite of the August kits. Sometimes August kits are a bust for me. Oftentimes they've been a bust for me, and maybe my expectations are too high because it's also my birthday month, so I want it to be like, I don't know, I want it to be my favorite, but then it never is. It's usually one of my least favorites. But of all the August kits so far, I was trying to think of what last year's was. I know that a couple years ago there was that like spice kit. That may have been like 2 or 3 years ago now. Not my favorite at all. 2 years ago, maybe was that one? What was last year? Last year, was that the art one? Or was that September? I don't remember. I don't remember liking the last couple August kits. I think I'd mentioned this actually a few videos ago that I was like most nervous about August because August can be such a fickly month. And I think it's because it's one of those weird transition months where it's still technically summer, but you know, kids are back in school and you're just transitioning and you kind of want it to reflect that. You don't want it to be too summery because you are kind of switching, but you're not switched. It's not fall. I don't know. August is a weird month. And anymore, like growing up, August was still very much summer because we did not go back until after Labor Day in September. Are any of you old enough to like be part of that? And then, so that's what it was growing up. But now, like my kids are starting on the 13th. So it's just, it's school, you know, it's not summer anymore. So I don't know. It always feels like a weird month, but my birthday's this month. So I always want to love the kits like a bunch because I want it to be like my favorite for my birthday, even though I have birthday blues every year. So I don't know. I have high expectations for August kits and very rarely has it made me happy, but, here we go. So anyway, it's kind of crazy though that it's already at that point where I'm just like sitting next to a pile of my kids, like back to school supplies. Like that's where we're at that point. Okay, something I did do. So since I use just some of the washi and whatever in my monthly setup for my shop, and I use 3 different color mild liners, I always pull out mild liners. So these are the colors that I had pulled for the month in my planner because each of the colors represents something in my shop planner. So I'm thinking, they all go pretty well, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the purple. And I could always use some of the other colors other days or some weeks if I want to, but we're gonna go with the purple for now, I think. And I know there are more things coming to our calendar. We will have my little 2, they will have a back to school night, like a meet the teacher night. There will probably be a parent information night coming. So there are more things to be added on this list for sure. Don't mind the screeching. I need those. And let's look at, I don't know which, kind of like this deep purple, honestly. It's the first one I saw and I kind of drawn to it. So let's go with this deep purple as our color choice. I just keep these here. There's no rhyme or reason. They just, that's where they exist. But I'm ready for August. I'm also super ready for the cool down. We're getting tired. I don't know if you can hear. Can you hear the whining in the background? They've been playing Wii for a good chunk of the afternoon. My parents were here. My parents were here. We were gonna go swimming, but it's kind of been a rainy, cloudy, meh kind of day. So we took him to the play place and then at McDonald's. I don't love McDonald's. I'm also, I don't do germs well. So like sticky floors and gross tables and things like that, not my cup of tea. So, you know, but my youngest really wanted to play. So I like the black and white, but I feel like it's just like all of a sudden it's just abruptly nothing. Maybe that one. I could also put, I put quotes around, like, I don't know, we'll keep these butterflies accessible because I might kind of put them around, because sometimes I wish I decorated like the inside of my pages more. Anyway, we went to the play place for a little bit until a bunch of kids came that were screaming at the top of their lungs. And I was like, I'm done. And then we came back and they've been playing the Wii with my parents for most of the afternoon. So we're starting to hit that like done tech time. So they're finishing up their turns because they like alternate turns and whatnot. So, what do I want to do? That's kind of weird that these are like one big sticker. Do I want to make something beautiful? I think I want to go take a deep breath, take a break, and enjoy the moment. That feels like the right. That feels right. Do I want to use the black and white? I don't feel like the black and white goes. Should we look through these other ones? I haven't really looked through. I probably aren't going to use those. I keep interrupting myself. And that kind of... I don't think these are as big as I want them to be for... Okay. So I'm kind of having trouble while I was diffusing a situation. I was kind of looking through this pile and I really didn't find... I don't know. I feel like that might be the best option. I was kind of playing around with the idea of this one and I keep going back to it just because I had kind of this black and white here. But I don't know that I love it. I wonder if I put like a splotch behind it. So I'm kind of debating between like this one or doing this one, but maybe putting a background like this behind it. Something a little bit subtle. I don't know. I know I'm like way overthinking this, but there's also this right here. So it's like if I put one of these little splotchies down, am I gonna hate the way that looks? You know, there's another ant. But because this kind of has the splotchies, I know I'm way overthinking this, but I can't, this cannot bode well, right? Like it can't possibly bode well for how the month is gonna go for me when I can't decide already what I want to do, you know? Or do I take a sheet of these silly butterflies and just like put butterflies all the way up? I gotta be honest, I don't know that next year I'm gonna do this. I think that those are starting to, which I don't have to. I could technically take it off now and do something different. I've just always done it the same way, so I've never really, I don't know, thought about doing it differently. Doesn't mean I can't. There's also this one. Maybe I should just do that. I'm just overthinking this. I can't, like, I also think that it's a lot later in the day than I normally film, and I'm hitting tired. I'm hitting tired, and so that's just making it a little bit more difficult for me to make decisions. I don't like that. I think it's sometimes I have trouble when there's like these stems, because I'm like, what do I do with the stems? What if I went back to the idea of just like doing butterflies up the side? Watch out, Monarch. Maybe not you. Everybody is struggle busing. What is this butterfly? How is it flying? Is it like this? Maybe I just do the 3. Okay. We'll just do the 3, call it good, walk away. Because I know I'm way overthinking this. Which probably means, I don't know. I don't know how long I've been filming now. You've watched me more or less mull about trying to decide what I'm doing. I might still make the folder, because I'm going to do the folder again because I've really enjoyed having it and it's worked really well for me. It is also getting darker, so I feel like I'm embracing the dark a little bit because the sun is going down. No, the sun is not going down. A storm is coming. The sun is going down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this purple and I'm just going to like fill in some of these spaces over here. Just to kind of fill in some of that. Okay. Okay, I don't know how I feel about that, but we're going to go with it because that's what we got. Okay, now I'm going to set those to the side and deal with those later. We are going to look at the papers and stuff. So, what do I have here? Oh, okay. Also, I have 2 options for covers. I have just this white option, which honestly is a little bit dirty, and I have this purple one, which I feel like maybe the purple one. I might go purple. I think we're gonna go purple. So if I go purple, apparently I started making a list. I will probably take this notepad out. I do actually really like this cover, like that as a cover. This feels like it's a lot. I think I'm gonna do, I actually just super like this as a very simple like cover in the front. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Shoe, let's set that to the side. I just had a moment of like, am I recording? I don't remember pushing play. So let's get this page, which is from my current planner. And let's measure out this size. And give it a little cut for my cover. I think that'll be really cute. So that'll go inside, and then I will probably put you to music and set up, hold on, I gotta find it. Set up my folder that I have been doing each month. And I think I'm gonna use, let's see. I think I'm gonna use this one. I'll put this on the outside. because then I can always use, that's a lot. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll put that on the inside. And put, I'm gonna do the pocket differently and maybe use this page, the inside pocket, instead of the vellum that I've been using. I could always cut down the vellum. That's too busy. The vellums are really busy. I don't know. We're going to figure it out as I go. So, but I think I am going to cut it down. I'll put you to music and we'll go from there. I'm gonna cut in on myself. So this is what I've got. I'm having some indecision issues. So I may have to stop here and think about it and then show you guys next plan with me. So I got my folder started. I have a giant mess. So I decided on this, I don't know if this is a bad sign of things to come when I can't decide how I want to decorate it. But I had trouble and I ended up using these on the top, just, you know, for decoration. And then I put my what is that, acetate on the back like normal. And then I have my pocket that I put in my, what is it, my rub-ons. And it doesn't give as much, but in the past I've used the bottom, but it's just so busy. And so what I'm having trouble with now is this page. Now I thought about using this, but I thought about actually using this as a pocket for like all of my, like my die cuts. But I feel like with it put on, it's gonna be hard to get into. Now I could kind of cut around, but that's really not gonna be low enough for that. So I'm not sure what I wanna do about that. But if I put it this way, then obviously you can't see the design. But I like this better than even the little mini pocket, whatever I did with that, because again, that feels, I don't know where I put it. That also feels too busy. So I'm having some indecision issues. So I actually think that I'm going to be done because I know I'm tired. And have you ever noticed that when you're tired, it's harder to make, oh, here's the pocket. That feels really busy. It's hard to make decisions, and I don't need to get myself all stressed about it. So I'm not going to. I am going to clean up my area, and I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to figure out what I want to do off camera. And after, sorry, I was reaching for the trash can. After I decide, I will do the rest of it on my own, and then I will show you when I am later, after I've made the decision, because right now I just can't decide. However, I am contemplating going ahead and moving into my new leather, so we could probably do that now, just because we are really close to the, oops, I knocked something off. I've been using, just FYI, I found, what have I done? What have I done? I don't know. I don't know what I've done. This little book is from, it's Planner Action, and it's actually from 22 and 2022, but I never used it for anything. And so I've been actually using it for like my fitness journaling, just because the pages in the back of my regular planner have gotten, it's just hard to write on them, which I think is part of the reason why I'm kind of contemplating a different plan for next year. I mean, it's still super similar. Sorry if you see a fly by the way. There's a fly in my office. A different plan for next year that still uses the sterling ink, but I think I might actually go to the compact and then get another planner for fitness stuff, just because the writing the back pages is just becoming a thing. But we'll go over that all later. Let's see, in my pockets, we'll go ahead and put this. Put my regular little thing, doodad, my sticky notes. I don't know what I want to do with these sticky notes. We'll just put them there for now. I may not leave them there just because they're kind of big. We're going to take off this guy, and we're going to put on this one. I may have to find another, I don't know, the bow goes okay. So I think that's what I got for now. So, okay. So for August, we'll recap the thing I did finish, which is this. So this was kind of a long, all over the place video, and I never even finished what I was working on. But I just, I know me well enough to know that I think I just need to take a break, think about it, and I'll come back to it either another day or later on when I've had time to kind of like assess where I'm at and what I'm liking. So yeah, this is what I have. This is my folder so far. I'll let you know when I decide what I'm going to do about it. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it's a little bit of a mess. I'm usually a little bit better about my about my monthly plan with me's. Gosh. Oh, also, by the way, this, I will put it on the screen. It's from Planner Perfect. It's the purple one. I don't know if it's available. If it is, I'll link it below and find the name out and put it on the screen and all that fancy stuff. But I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But it's kind of a very deep purple. It's kind of tight, so I don't love that. But it's really pretty. I don't know that I love actually this with this. I have this one sitting here. So we may have to rethink that. But for now, we're gonna go with this. So I'm gonna go because I know I'm getting tired, and like I said, decisions are hard to make when you're tired. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed what I did have this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.